Today on Go Nitro.
And the stick will turn over right at the end.
So okay, I admit it. I used to be a goalie, but so much has changed. May as well go back to school.
They had the cowlings on the side, which covered the boot for protection.
Oh, I can really feel my toe touching the end of that. Rick Hines Hockey School, where lots of NHLers learned. It's where I was taught when the Backstreet Boys were topping the charts. And people thought Y2K meant ATM spitting out free money, too. I'm still waiting. Here's the place. Here's the legend. Here I am. And my new teachers. One took the Memorial Cup. I played goalie. But we've never done this before. Experience? Zilch.
Yeah, get off the ice.
No clue how to start, less clue how to play. And neither do you when you start out. And that's the point, because every athlete has a first day. And you've just been drafted. That is the hardest part for me. I was a goalie, so my game was only in the goal crease. Everyone else uses all the ice, which is like a whole different game. The national and CHL rink size is 200 by 85 feet. The first CHL Memorial Cup game was held in 1919. The Ottawa 67s were founded in Canada's centennial year. Not surprisingly, that was in 1967, hence the team's namesake. The 67s won the Memorial Cup in 1984 and again in 1999. Dan Tessier led the Ottawa 67s to victory in 1999. It's not surprising that he was the team's captain. Flashback to 1996, Tessier was one of my trainers at Rick Hines Hockey and Goalie School in Ottawa. And now, 20 years later, he's got another master class and you get to sit in. Let's see how we do. All right, so now I'm back up here in Ottawa with Lou and Dan Tessier. I stopped one of his shots at Rick Hines Goalie School back in 1996, and so I think this is time for him to get his own back at me.
Yeah, I had no choice to let you stop it after a while. No, I'm kidding. It was a good save. I think I remember I went up to you and I said, yeah, it was a good save, and you could have, you know, I think you won the big competition there, so good on you. And, you know, those are little memories that I remember of teaching little kids and at the time, and it was a lot of fun.
Tell us a bit about this facility and what you guys are going to show me here today.
Well, this facility is something I took over not that long ago, and it's the Titan Performance Center is the name of it, and it's located at the Ridgecraft Sunsplex in the east end of Ottawa here. It's 8,000 square feet, so it's a rather large facility, and we do a lot of training for a lot of different types of sports. But one of the things that we've got Mr. Tessier here we're going to focus on today is training specifically hockey players. And so we're going to take you into our rapid shot to work on our shot, and then we'll do some things out here to show you what some of the kids do in terms of off-ice and off-season training to improve their speed, improve their strength, and explosiveness as well. Very specifically, we're here, Dan Tessier runs all of his programs out of here, and his on-ice and his off-ice programs as well. And we're really excited, we recently got this rapid shot. So very specifically what we're in here now is our rapid shot facility. So this is designed to be able to work on kids' shots. This is a great way for kids, they love it, they have a lot of fun with it, but at the same time, by having fun with it, they're doing it more often and they're actually really working on their shots.
And everything comes up on that screen there. It tells you.
Absolutely does. So it's gonna, I'll fire it up a little bit here for you. So you can see we're in a practice mode, and we're gonna have pucks coming at us every 4 seconds at a 20 mile per hour. And we are, I'll just go through it all here for you real quickly.
Okay.
So, let me go back. So we're gonna make sure that, 4-second interval, 20 miles per hour. We'll continue. And then you're going to get, I'll show you that real quick so you can see that. And then you're going to see your targets are going to be the bottom 2 targets, left and then right. And so we're good here. And now, I think we're ready to go.
All right.
I think you're ready to go.
So remember, your front foot and your back foot comes up and you shoot forward.
So I'm gonna try like
at
that.
every release.
So
Do I get my knee back for my?
Yeah, so you're gonna get the puck, you're gonna get a nice stance. When the puck comes, you're gonna put all your weight, you transfer everything forward. So it's like a motion just like this. So you're lifting your leg and you're shooting off your front foot.
So like that.
Yeah, so your power comes from your quad here, front, and all your arms going forward, and you're pushing your whole body at the same time.
Alrighty.
And you want to put your hands at a decent level. If you're shooting up here, it's very hard to shoot a puck up high. So you want to get a nice stance so you're nice and low, and then you're giving everything you got.
Cool. All right.
The biggest key is to keep your balance on every shot.
That is the hardest part for me.
I'm sure you're going to do great. Or not. Here we go. Bottom left.
There you go. That's okay. Just keep your balance a bit. Take your time. There you go.
There you go. Bottom left. Snap. The other left.
That's it. So now you want to extend. There you go. That was a good one. You got that one off? There. You feel the difference a bit now?
Yeah.
You're getting used to it now? So put more power up to the front and it's going to be even better shot. There you go. That's it. One more time. There you go. Now you're getting it. Not bad for a goaltender back in the day. There you go. That's it. There, that's a good one. So remember, try to transfer your weight a bit more to the front when you're shooting and lift that leg up. There you go, that was a good one. There, now you're getting the technique, so now it's just gonna be, the time's gonna come a bit faster and harder where you can lift the puck more off the edge. That's it. So extend yourself, get your balance going, and then shoot everything forward. That's it, that's okay. There you go. Perfect.
Okay, so now, awesome. So here's what we can tell. Is that all the targets you hit, these two, your average speed was 26.4 miles an hour. Your reaction time was 2.3 seconds. To give you some idea, a guy like myself who's a hack-around hockey player will shoot in and around 50 or 60. My reaction time will be in around 0.7, 0.6, 0.5, and my overall score will be somewhere between 100 and 200, depending on how things are going. NHL players will shoot an overall score of around 500, maybe 600.
Wow.
Now, they get the passes at 5 times the speed and the frequency at 3 times the frequency, so it's a lot different. So you can take it from somebody who, my youngest is 6 years old, who uses this, all the way up to somebody who's in the NHL. I saw the Sedin twins doing it not that long ago. I know the Chicago Blackhawks just put one in their training facility. So it's for all ages for sure. So look, the good part is at 4.3, you roughly got about 500 or maybe 600 points you can improve on.
Awesome.
Well, you know,
more road ahead of you than behind you.
True that.
Gotta start somewhere.
I'm here with John from Sportco Source for Sports, and he's going to get me kitted out in hockey equipment. I'm going to try the non-goalie position, so this ought to be fun, and hopefully the equipment will be a little bit lighter weight.
Yeah, it's not quite as heavy as the goalie stuff, and yeah, a little more movable.
Okay, so what are we starting with?
Well, we're going to start by sizing you up with skates there.
Okay.
You can, what we have is a bench here, so you can hop right up top there,
Oh,
and then
awesome.
I can reach your feet a little easier.
Oh, cool.
So we would normally get you into a thinner sock. So I don't know
Okay.
if you want to do that or if you want to
Well,
keep with that because you're
happen to be
talking about your
prepared.
issue. Got the thin
I've
one
got
there.
my thin socks under my thick socks here.
And so we could measure you up there. Gauge. And there. So skate size, you're measuring right on a 7.5.
Okay.
Depends on what you're doing. If you're performance fit, you would probably want to go with 7.5. If you like a little bit of room, if you're just pleasure skiing that, it might be a little bit bigger. It's just kind of a personal preference that way. Selected a couple used ones here for you to maybe try on. I think these were 7.5s. There's sometimes some variance in skates, even if you have, it says one thing on the box, it might be slightly different, so you can step on that now.
Okay.
And you can just stand up this time around.
Okay.
And that's going to show your toe probably just touching the front on this one. Okay.
right,
So
there we
you
go.
can probably
We'll
try
stand up
standing
now.
up there.
Yeah. Yeah, the right's a lot better than the left.
Okay.
So, all right, so what next?
This is all about power and strength, and it kind of works in your stride because you got to be down low. You're working your quads, you're working your glutes. Not to mention, if Dan goes there and back, he won't be able to talk at the end of that either.
And this is probably one of the drills that they probably do the most. And this is very, very good for strengthening your legs for the kids, especially at all ages. So you can change the weight at different weight that you want.
Okay.
And it's all your core, like I said, how important it is with your shot and everything, getting everything done. So you place yourself nice and low, and then you would try to push it. You would say, okay, I want you guys to go to the first line or to the second line, third line, whatever line you wanted to do. So I'll get you on here first.
Okay.
And then you're gonna get nice and low, just like you would normally, if you, like for hockey. So you're gonna use your legs, and you're gonna try to keep your body nice and straight but low, and you're just gonna push as hard as you can. And let's say you'll go to the second line, and I'll get a grip a bit lower, and then you're just gonna use your legs. As soon as you're ready, you're gonna go as hard as you can. So go, move your legs. That's it. To the next line, and you stop. Good. That's perfect. So did you feel the difference in your legs?
it in the quads.
Yeah, so you feel it in your quads, and then you can always start with an extension where you get nice and low like this.
Okay.
And it's almost like, you know, an athlete in a running technique where they're ready to go. And that's where you're gonna get your first push. Your first three strides when you're skating are the most important. So if you can get your speed going at the first three, it should be a little bit easier to glide.
Oh, cool.
So if you're like this, and then I'll just go to the next line. And you can move your legs as hard as you can.
Oh my God, you made it look easy.
So it got a little easier for me because those first three strides, like I said, are the most important. So let's try that again. So we'll go to the second line as hard as you can, and it's the first three, your explosiveness right off the bat.
So, a little oil like that.
Yeah, and whenever you're ready.
Push off the right.
It's the first three as hard as you can go. Go, push. Keep going. Perfect. That's good.
I can keep talking.
Yeah, hockey's changed so much. It's all about speed now, so.
Coming up, it's off to Toronto for some drills. CHL vet Chase Trull puts me through the paces at Rick Hines Hockey School. You don't want to miss this one. Only on So I'm here with Chase at the Rick Hines Hockey and Goalie School. So can you tell me a little bit about what we're going to do here?
We're going to go out and work a little bit on our forward stride and a little bit of stick handling and some shooting. So
All right.
Should have some fun.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, you know, I'm a goalie, so as John showed us at the store, the skates are very, very different. So I guess I'm going to see a whole new experience out here. All right, so first time on hockey skates here. This feels, I feel
Awesome.
really
We cruising around, all right?
elevated. No,
There you go.
it's not as bad as you know, I feel like a forward, like backward kind of.
Yeah, a little more rocker on the, a little less blade on the ice on the goalie skates. So you're going to find a little more
Woo! Yeah.
forward and back. So just always a slight knee bend will help
Yeah.
help you with your balance.
All right. You see, a long time ago in a galaxy far, far away, I knew how to skate on these things.
So for our hockey stance, we want to, it's the foundation of everything we do out here. So whether it's shooting, passing, skating, we always work with our young players on getting a good stance. So basically, if you're to get your feet shoulder width apart, a good tip is just kind of pretend you're wiping your feet. That'll get your feet in a good spot. We're going to bend at our ankles and our knees, kind of like we're sitting down in a chair. Just want to kind of be relaxed with our back up. And a good way to check that, if you turn your stick over, from your toes to your knees to your shoulder, should almost be in a straight line. So if you're going to come check, so you're in a pretty good spot there. Should be nice and balanced. Turn to the side,
Looking good?
Absolutely. So everything we do will have that kind of hockey stance. When we say the hockey stance, that's what we're getting into. And then the forward stride, kind of work with our young players on 4 key elements. So hockey stance being the most important, and then from there we're looking at our stride, so our pushing out, our recovery, bring our feet back in, and then just our arm movement. So we'll kind of walk through all 4.
Okay.
So once we're in our hockey stance for our stride, we want to be going out. It's actually on like a 23-degree angle, but usually for the kids we talk about like a 45 or just kind of out on an angle. And we want to push through our heel. That's going to keep our blade of our skate nice and flat.
Okay.
So this is going to be, we'll push out. Okay, and then at the end of the stride, you kind of use your calf muscle and you're firing that toe down into the ice.
We'll try some box jumps.
Try it.
I can try it.
So what you do is you get nice and straight, just like you're normally in a hockey stance. So let's say I had a stick right now.
Okay.
I'm getting in my hockey stance, right? Everything's nice and low, nice and square. And then you're just gonna jump as high as you can, but you're gonna spring on your legs. So this is low right now, but I'll just show you. So I'll get nice and low. Feet together, and you land. Ready, set, go. Perfect, I got you.
Okay, thank you.
Perfect. But did you see how important balance is?
Oh, yeah.
So once you get it, you're gonna get nice and square, and you get it. You have your hands nice and straight, up, and look, I'm straight, right?
Nice.
Everything's here. So I guarantee you're gonna do this one. Okay? There. Look, I didn't even have to touch that. There we go. Good. So just for an example, the first time you did it, right? You're a bit nervous and stuff like that. But you didn't have the full technique. Right? Last time, if we have it, you just went and you just tried to go and you lost your balance.
Yeah.
But that time there, you got nice and low, you used your arms and you landed, and how flat were you? Right?
Perfect.
It was perfect. So those are little things after a while where you teach your kids, and then the kids are gonna be like, oh, I want a little higher. But that's when they start training, pushing that thing, they get stronger in their legs, and it's all about confidence.
So as we receive the puck, weight transfers to the back. As we pass it, we're going to be moving our weight to the front.
So I move my weight in the direction that the puck is coming?
Correct, yep.
Okay.
And kind of glide.
All right.
Nice. Yeah, it's just trying to lead the player, so put it out in front, let them skate onto it. Nice. So for the backward skating, a lot of similarities to going forwards. We're gonna have our good hockey stance. One key difference we work on with the players is trying to really get their back up right. So we're pushing one leg at a time, trying to paint like a big letter C with our foot. Okay, and then we can switch sides. So for the snapshot, a lot of basics are the same from the skating and the stick handle. We want to have that good hockey stance. And then the power in our shot's going to come all from our weight transfer in our legs. Yeah, I mean, I'll do a couple demos and then I'll have you try it out. Lean down into the ice. And the stick will turn over right at the end. So again, we're back. Perfect, yeah. We should be having all our weight to the front leg as we're finishing. So again, kind of back, pull it in. and really focus on that weight transfer. Nice. So everyone wants to go top corner all the time, but getting that technique down is key, and then we can start working on aiming and accuracy and stuff. Nice. Nice. Nice.
Ice hockey is known around the world as being associated with Canada. It bears more than a passing resemblance to the Irish game of shinty, also played with sticks and a ball. As Canada's European settlers were largely Irish, Scottish, British, and French, they took their versions of the games with them. In the harsh Canadian climate, the various games evolved into the ice hockey we know today. One of the earliest truly Canadian forms of hockey was known as shinny, first played in Nova Scotia. In 1920, hockey was officially added as an Olympic sport. Shinny, the original maritime variant, was quite physical and borrowed much of the structure from lacrosse. Keep your stick on the ice. Only on Go Nitro. The show doesn't end here. Visit us online for your fix at gonitro.tv. You can follow us on Instagram, subscribe to our YouTube channel, and you can tweet us on Twitter.
Go Nitro Access is brought to you by Pitro.ca, Ottawa's DIY Garage, Aviva Canada.
Salon services for Go Nitro provided by ID Hair Studio. Hair for who you really are.
Don't fit in. Stand out with black chrome.